Hey everyone, 2024 is finally over, but still I got some blaster I haven't touched. So today, let's review those leftovers from 2024. I'm your host Dave, welcome to Tag. Some leftovers blaster from 2024. So today, it's gonna be an old reskin from BuzzBee. We're gonna also have a pair of single shot blaster knockoff. And to start the show, it's gonna be the Nerf Rival Stryfe, the Nerf Rival Challenger. Let's go. Let's start with that Nerf Rival Challenger. Basically, I skipped the blaster because if I remember correctly, it came out around the same time that I was recovering from my mouth surgery. And after a while, I just never came back to it for the only fact that it's a flywheel blaster and that I am more of a Springer guy. But now, let's open this thing up. So in that box we have the Challenger blaster itself, the 18 rounds, some instruction, and that big curvy weird looking magazine. And judging by the look of that, it would fit reversed in other blaster or... Okay, weird choice here. 18 rounds. Judging on the marking here, it's a 12 round blaster, so they gave you a few extra. That's always nice. Still, we are not at double your round yet. Okay. This holds well in there, and it got a weird silhouette. I'm not sure that I like this magazine. Let's try it with another one. Yeah, a bit better, but no, okay. They really go that way, so they go reverse as in a normal Rival blaster. This thing is powered by 8 AA batteries, so that means this thing runs on 12 volt, meaning a 3S LiPo would be possible on this blaster. Fresh, generic brand battery, so we're gonna have raw consumer performance, no 3S mod or anything. Let's close the blaster down. Let's put that away and load the magazine. They are stuck together. Oh, filled to the brim, the last round want to come out, but those rounds are very slippery, they are new. Does this thing rev without a mag? Weird. Doesn't sound that powerful. Okay, let me grab the chronograph and we're gonna try this thing. So about 85 FPS. I mean, well, it's okay. I was expecting a bit more due to the 12 volt, but instead we seem to have gained in rev time if I compare it to my era. Not a completely bad blaster. Lots of potential there since it's already worked on 12 volt. I don't hate it. Just when I thought this blaster was okay, I just noticed something. You see those screws here? This blaster is brand new. there's rust on most of the shell screw everywhere. It is crazy. I don't get it. This is a big quality problem, Nerf. This blaster is brand new out of the box. Nonetheless, if I skip that, not a bad one. And I love the Warhammer big bolter silhouette on this thing. Okay, this is a big one. This is really a Nerf Rival Stryfe. I mean, this blaster is very Nerf in its DNA. I don't hate it, but I'm a little concerned about the rust on the screw here. Let's go on the pair of knockoff single shot blasters. 2 knockoff blaster. Let's start with the nicest looking and the least interesting here, because I got a lot to say about this montoy. This is the weijax Air Blaster Foam Bullet series. I would have preferred dart, but it's a Nerf style packaging for what seems to be an X-Shot Micro knockoff. Like basically X-Shot Micro internal. Do I have a micro somewhere? Yeah, that is pretty much a micro with half the dart, but a much nicer shell, I gotta say. Let's open this thing up and test it out. So in that tiny little package we had 4 3/4 darts, a triple dart holder, I guess, for the top of the blaster, and the blaster itself. Only printed on one side. This is kind of Nerf, but doesn't feel as powerful as a X-Shot Micro. Let's chrono this thing. With the included dart, they give you 4 dart. Basically, you have enough to put 4 dart in it, but this top post got a little sight in it, meaning it's more like a 2 dart storage. The upper one is more like a sight, like I said, so it's not bad. You can still aim with top loading. It's 1 more dart than the original micro. Now, for the performance. 39. $42 and 41. Okay, let me try 1 or 2 or 3 X-Shot dart in that. Those are the newer style. 44. Maybe it's still a bit better. And 45. Yeah, very subpar. There is a small dart post in there, but is that? Nope. It's impossible to chamber a half dart inside this blaster. Well, I guess this is just a subpar X-Shot Micro copy. Unfortunately, not powerful because it's very comfortable for what it is. And rather inexpensive at like $4 or $5. Now, this montoy, why did I say it's an interesting blaster more than the other one? This thing is the king of knockoff. This thing can knock off 4 licenses at once with 1 blaster. Let's start with the look, the obvious blue shell, which is basically a Nerf Fortnite TS micro shots. But something a little suspicious is this ring here around it, because it's not like in the picture for the micro shot. This is different. This is more like the jolt portion of the trigger guard. Even with that little notch on tip here, it is there. So it's basically a knockoff of a jolt inside the shell of a knockoff of a Fortnite TS shotgun micro shot without the Nerf logo on it, packaged like an old X-Shot bug attack, including a spider as a target. And over that, this is copyright infringement on the Fortnite license itself because of the shape. This blaster is above and beyond the king of knockoff. Let's just hope it performs better than the weijax. So in that package we have the Montoy Dart Blaster / TS Shotgun, Micro Shot / Jolt. The four seems rather good quality suction cup dart, so I hope they work at least. They seem so. And that, which is like a wall crawling spider with a sticking wheel on it. I'm not gonna try it now, but yeah, this is very, very light, so I don't think this will tear off paint on wall, but I'd rather use it on glass. But this blaster, first I have to say, horrid quality on the outer blue shell, but that is usual Montoy plastic. Quality seems a tad better on the inner jolt. It feels like a jolt. Can I prime it? Yeah, too easy. This thing is gonna be underperforming. Let's try it nonetheless. Let's try it with its own dart. Funny, you need to line it up properly because there is a gap between the shell and the jolt body inside. 48, and I retain the handle. So this is almost on par with a jolt. 61. Nice. 61. Better than the weijax. 58. Not bad. 56. With an X-Shot dart or two, just to see. This is not gonna be good. 43. Okay. And 55. Okay, so not half bad. This is an honest copy of a jolt. Basically, the inner jolt seems good quality, but an exact replica of a jolt. And the outer shell is glued or clipped on each side. I am pretty sure there is a way to remove it, and I will do it because I want to do kind of a small paint job on it to make it real TS looking with the right color at the right place. This, yeah, this could be nice. There is no Nerf logo, so I don't need to delete it. They might be missing some detail on the screen for the ammo counter on the shotgun and the wire that goes here that was behind the logo. But yeah, this is an interesting one. Very cheap outer shell with a good inner blaster that got on par performance with the real thing. This is really the king of knockoff. Well, basically a flavorless X-Shot micro reskin. Apart from the shell, there is nothing to it. And this is truly on another level. This is really the king of knockoff. Surprising how many licenses a small blaster can break by itself. Now, finally, for that Adventure Force Rebel. The Adventure Force Rebel. I think this is the third or fourth iteration of this particular model for BuzzBee. They mainly made it available through Arsenal Pack in the years before. There was a purple version, red and blue one, I think. And this year was basically the first time I was noticing a blue and green version offered as a solo pack for like $10. For a sub $10, it deserves a look. I know it's a BuzzBee, it's going to be an ergonomic nightmare because they don't understand human anatomy. This is basically what we were getting used to when we were speaking of bolt action blaster before the Kunlun, before the Ultra 7, before the Kyron. this was what we were stuck with if we wanted a magazine-fed bolt action blaster. Since I've never reviewed any of those versions, let's quickly check this one out, and I'm gonna tell you what I think of it. They come with the new Dart Zone waffle head-like BuzzBee AQ Blast Dart. First, let's free the blaster. So in that box we have the Adventure Force / BuzzBee Rebel Blaster, the 8 dart magazine, the 8 AQ Blast new BuzzBee dart, and the little scope. Okay, scope is holding. Ooh, weird mag release button. As always, it's a BuzzBee blaster. It's gonna be an ergonomic nightmare. First, those dart. The head seemed glued okay, too much glue like every BuzzBee dart. Some of them are off-centered, and the head is very wide and heavy. Let's just use those darts for the initial chrono test. And as I imagine, we have to prime it to insert the magazine in. Yeah. How much does that thing fetch? 75. 76. 79. 77. 75. And 78. Okay, not half bad for a BuzzBee blaster. I mean, 77 average, 75 minimum, 79 maximum. It's okay, but I mean, this half grip, half stuck. It kind of worked, but it doesn't work at the same time. Assuming there is not too much internal in that portion, I might cut it off, put a real handle on it, because this is why I bought this blaster and never reviewed it. I bought it so I could make something good with something crappy. And a $10 blaster with a magazine and Volt Prime, I mean, you can't go cheaper than that. And that was the idea. Since I never started the project, I might still do it. I end up here telling you what I think about this thing. It's a badly designed blaster that, yeah, work with honest, on-par performance with Nerf Blaster. The accuracy is horrid though. Yeah, the BuzzBee Rebel, I got a little mixed feeling about it. There's basically almost no accuracy, even with their new, supposedly more accurate dart. This particular blaster is a great example of why BuzzBee isn't more present in our hobby. I mean, this ergonomic design, if I might use the term, is completely absent in there, but the fun is always there. I'm pretty sure I could do something interesting with that small one, but for $10 you got $10 off blaster. Well, I think that's it for this not so small video. In the meantime, you can always follow me on Facebook and Instagram at @ThatOldNerfGuy. Please leave a like and comment, subscribe for more content. Don't forget to hit that bell to notify for my latest video. This was Dave Fatag. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.